Hi guys, welcome back for another one. I am Mr. Free to Play. That is right, I'm a free to play player and I give free to play player advice, tips, tricks, and other things. This is going to be a first one for me, guys. ValleyFlyin's released a video last night, and in his thumbnail he says that it is the ultimate free to play farming guide. Now I think going forward, any content creator that puts free to play on a thumbnail or a title that is not a free to play player themselves, I believe I'm going to start reviewing them. It's mainly because I lived through it, I've gone back and revisited, and I have some insight that may be different than someone who completed it so long ago, and not only that, probably spent to bypass a lot of the hurdles that a free-to-play person has to go through. So without further ado, if you guys are ready for me to review, sit back, relax, and let's get into it. Alright, so this is the very first time I'm ever doing any kind of reviewing content for any other content creator. I just want to make things perfectly clear. I think ValleyFlyin's is a great content creator. This video is just because he put a free to play tag on it, and I put it out there in my Discord. If anybody would like me to see me review this, I did get some hitbacks that they would like to see this, so that's the main reason why you guys are getting this video. So first, ValleyFlyin's starts his video off by showing the legendary cadence in the order that they currently appear. We just had Star-Lord, so next up is going to be Invisible Woman, and so far this is the order that they have been sticking to. Once again, there is no set release schedule, so Fox Next could change it anytime they want to, but as of right now, that is the correct order. They go in that order, and they've been going in that order for quite some time now. So the first thing I'd like to point out that I think was a great thing that ValleyFlyin's included here is these side projects, and more to the point, the chaos theory. I have said this to anyone who sees me do the two sides on Paulo P13's channel. I have said this numerous of times. Chaos theory is right up there with legendary events to me. As a free-to-play player or a new player, that event, getting those promotion credits, can make a world of difference in your arena rank, your raid teams, how far in raid you can go, and when you can enter each raid. Cool that a lot of us did not have way back then. You know, a lot of RNG was dependent on our rosters, and now you guys actually can focus on 5 specific tunes to help you achieve arena, raids, and all that stuff I mentioned. It's a huge tool, huge bonus. You definitely want to focus on Wakandans. I know some people disagree with me on that aspect, but in my opinion, Chaos Theory is just as important as Legendaries. Block Party, it's great to get those T4s, but they have started giving us more T4s recently, and not a significant amount, but we are getting more than what we used to. So it seems like that's one bottleneck. It's still a bottleneck, but they're loosening it up just slightly. And Dark Dimension 2, I don't know if this is the real side project, as I think the real side project should be Dark Dimension 3, because you should have an idea of who you're going to gear tier 14, and those exact same characters are the ones you should take to Dark Dimension 2 to save on your orange resources. He does have this broken down into phases, 6 different phases, so once he reveals each one, I'm going to explain what I agree with and what I don't agree with in each phase. I'm going to put Valley's video in the description down below so you guys can watch it in full, and then take what I'm saying and match it up however you guys feel best represents your gameplay. So first thing he says in his video is skip defenders. Now, I have been on record saying that's probably not a great idea. I tried skipping defenders on my free-to-play walkthrough. It did not work out so well for me. So in his first phase, he's trying to get you to get Star-Lord. There are 2 legendaries that I could make an argument that they're not really necessary for today's meta. Now, Star-Lord is one of those, but I'm not saying he's a bad character and stuff like that. My biggest problem with Star-Lord is power creep has like surpassed him. His special where he's supposed to apply blinds is almost obsolete. Like, it doesn't apply most of the time. I could literally put together a video showing you how many times it just doesn't work. His focus is terrible to the new resistance of the game. And a lot of people say, well, level 75, he does this. That's great, but you're not going to have a level 75 in a gear tier 14 Star-Lord. Just saying. So that's the main reason why Star-Lord's really down the list, but I still agree that he should be one of the first legendaries you get, just because you have access to Guardians so quickly, and he makes that Guardians team even better. And his energy and his way of giving off energy makes him a utility character. But anyway, so heroes going 1-9 after Yondu, no big problem. He's a good replacement for Rocket. Rocket's not going to be an easy farm. especially for a newer player. So getting Yondu to replace him is not bad. You actually don't need to really invest anything into Yondu to unlock Star-Lord. You just need to make sure you're investing in the rest of the characters, because you don't need a 3-star a Legendaries event to achieve those rewards. Villain's campaign, going after Nobu on Villain 6-3. Now see what he's going for here, but it's going to take you some time to get up to Villain 6-3. So this is probably where I would say your better choice is doing Jessica Jones at I think she's number 2-9, and getting those defenders up and running. Now Valley did say about skipping defenders. Now there's only one example I would say skip defenders. If you are someone that is intending to spend money on the game, you can skip defenders. And when I mean you say you can skip defenders, that there is a starter pack offered to newer players that will allow you to unlock all the Guardians, the original Guardians, not including Star-Lord. You get 100 shards of each. You get them at 3 stars. 3 stars to start Guardians. If you buy that pack, you can skip defenders. Because the main reason why you'd want defenders as a new player, especially if you're a free-to-play player, is to get through the Heroes campaign, to get through the Nexus campaign, to get a lot of these other characters that you need unlocked. Defenders can't do the Villains campaign. That's the main reason I say it's going to take a while to get to 6-3 on Villains. I don't think there's a shortcut unless you spend on a Villain team, and I'm not aware of any Villain team that has offered to newer players. A lot of them are all Heroes. So I don't know. This one's a little far outstretched. I understand why he has it there. It's to start building up for Phoenix, because there are 3 Legendaries that you absolutely want. Phoenix, Black Bolt, and Ebony Maw. Like, you absolutely want them as soon as you possibly can get them. Alright, so then next up he has Groot. Like I said, you get Groot Nexus 2-9. Defenders can easily get them unlocked for you. If you got your 3-star Guardians because you purchased them, easily can get that unlocked for you. And then you immediately want to start farming Groot. I absolutely agree with that. He should be farmed every day as soon as it is unlocked. Arena Store. Going for those Guardians, purchasing Drax every single day is a good move. Now, he did mention in his video, he did make it sound very easy to farm arena characters, and though that is true, most of you guys starting out are not going to get as many arena credits as he gets a day, so your farm of arena characters will be slower than a player that's willing to spend in the beginning of the game. A person willing to spend in the beginning of the game is going to be able to get meta teams, jump up in arena real quick, and collect all those cores and arena credits. A newer player, as long as you're being competitive, you might get enough to purchase 5 shards of Drax a day. If you're somehow able to get into the top 50, you get close to almost every day being able to buy them twice, but you're still, part of the time you're only going to be able to buy them once. And like I said, you have to really be low to purchase multiple times a day. But guaranteed 5 shards of a character every day is a better ratio than farming characters. Alright, and then to finish up, you're still going Guardians for the Raid Store Rocket and Blitz Store Mantis. So if you're a spender and you're willing to spend in this game, then you probably could just buy these characters outright when they show up in the store. If you are free to play, it is in your best interest to open orbs and not buy characters, because you will get so many more shards opening orbs than buying characters direct. But the problem with that is that you have no control over who drops. And don't worry guys, we'll get through the rest of this video a lot faster once we get the setup going, but I kind of want to demonstrate some of the stuff that I'm talking about. Alright guys, so we're in my game right now. The Blitz Orbs, I want to show you an example. Just go center tier here, we'll go, it doesn't matter which one we select. You can see, so here's all the characters available. So Monstrosity, he's already maxed out. Ant-Man, he's maxed out. Crossbones, maxed out. Gamora, maxed out. Rifle Trooper, if I'd rank him all the way up, he's done. Hydra Scientist is done. Royal Guard, done. Luke Cage, done. So far, 8 out of 8 done. Alright, Mantis, done. Merc Ryguard, he's done, just gotta rank him up. Boomers, done, just gotta rank him up. Rhino's done. Spider-Man's done. Strife's still not done, but he's also the newest character added, and I've really stopped opening up orbs, as you guys can tell by the number of credits I have saved up. I do open orbs every now and again when I feel like I need to break my luck in doing orb opening videos, which you guys don't see on camera. But other than that, I don't purchase them outright either. I probably could to finish them off, but I'm not going to, because I know I'm going to keep opening orbs to earn more Ultimus orbs, and eventually I know he's going to get done. He was added right before Strife, and you can see where he already has pretty much a 6-star character, and he's on his way to 7. And then Miles Morales is done. I just got to level him up. And that's all of them. So out of all those characters, only 2 are not done yet, and they're the newest 2. And like I said, I've never purchased anybody outright. It's always been orbs. And Rescue's done. It's got to rank her up. So you guys can see opening orbs in the Blitz, you're eventually going to get everyone done way ahead of schedule, even opening orbs. You just have to have patience. And if you're 100% free to play, I recommend this highly. And then let's go over the raid orbs real quick. Now I find these are a little difficult, and these are even more difficult in the beginning of the game because you don't get that many raid credits in the beginning of the game. You get more and more as you start to go up through the Ultimates levels. And the more you're able to clear and do, you get more and more and more. As you can see right there, I have plenty of credits lined up, and I probably would have tons more if I wouldn't spend it on gear. So Aim Infector's done. Hand Sentry's done. Hydra Grenadier is 22 orbs away from being done. Killmonger, a little less than 100 orbs to go to be done. Oracle, done. Merc Soldier's like 51 orbs from being done. Mysterio's done. Namor, well, he's way bummed, but he's one of the newer ones added. I don't know if he was the newest. Yes, he's the newest one added, Namor, and that's actually been some time ago now. You can see I don't open up raid orbs that often. Stitcher, I believe he's done. Rocket's done. Ronin's done. Sabretooth's done. Trooper's done. Thor, less than 100 to go to be done. I feel like he has a really low drop rate. They say it's all even, but I have a feeling his is really low. And War Machine's done. So you guys can see most of these characters are done. Now, like I said, I could choose to farm out the last ones I have left to go, but I'm always going to orbs because extras are just going to go towards Ultimates. And the Ultimates orb can help me get characters I don't have at 7 stars currently, as Ultimates has a lot of the newer characters in there, and they do usually remove some of the older characters. It's not perfect, probably a step up from premium orbs to be honest. So yeah, I don't mind getting Ultimates orbs because Ultimates is still not 7 stars for me. So that's why I still like orbs to get the more resources versus the less resources, even though it would be great to get some of these characters just done, but it is what it is. But I just want to show you guys as free to play where the value is. Now you have less control, but there is a greater value in opening orbs. So I do agree with Valley that I think Star-Lord, getting Guardians for Star-Lord are the first step. They're better than the Defenders, and you probably should. If you have to go Defenders first to build up to this, as soon as you're able to get the Guardians unlocked, switch to Guardians, invest your resources into Guardians, stop investing your resources into Defenders. Alright, and then he shows you the War Store purchase Sif. There's only really 2 characters you need at the War Store for Legendary, and actually only one's necessary is Sif. The other one is Pyro, but you could skip Pyro and get some other characters that help you get Magneto if you're not planning on building a true Brotherhood. Now there is something else he's going to reveal later, so I'm going to wait for that. But the other thing he has in here is for gear. As a beginning player, do not buy gear in the War Store. It's not worth it. It's really not worth it. The purple ABCs that he has listed there are, you probably will run into a crunch of them, and if you're going to spend, you'll probably run into the crunch a lot sooner. I know at one point I did run into a crunch of purple ABCs, but that wasn't until much later in my account. So spenders, yes, you'll probably run into this problem a lot sooner. Free to play, it's not something you're going to have to worry about for a very long time. But I can strongly agree to go Sif first. There's only one character that I would make an exception for, but it's really not for a Legendary, and I'll cover it later because he will actually show it then. Alright, so phase 2, he wants you to go for Shuri and Invisible Woman. So we got, it's still with Yondu, it's fine. Nobu, if you can get there, it's not a bad farm because it'll get you ready for Phoenix, but I don't know how many of us are going to get there right now. And it said, if you still haven't made the switch to Guardians yet, you can still farm Jessica Jones, but Nobu is an early stretch. I don't remember at what point you can break through the Villains campaign. It's also going to depend on what characters you unlock. The more meta characters you unlock through Premium or Mega Orbs, the better your luck will be to get through the Villains campaign, but it's a tough one. Villains is not an easy one. So this is where he's making the shift to Sinister Six. I highly recommend Sinister Six after Guardians, and if you can get them and then start building them up as a Villains team. Not only that, anyone who hasn't transitioned out of Defenders yet, your Sinister Six is going to wreck them. They are 100% a counter to Defenders. Defenders don't stand a chance. So if you get your Groot up and done, you got Star-Lord unlocked, you can go for Green Goblin, Shocker. He has Black Panther in there, which is not bad. It's not really for anything currently, but it's for that Chaos Theory, which will roll into other Wakandans then. Arena Store, he's making the shift to Sinister Six and Phoenix. Not bad. Next purchases after Drax. Raid Store and Blitz Store, if you're someone that really just wants to farm directly and kind of more going for more short term than long term, like I said, you could follow this progression. If you're going to stay 100% free to play, I would not. If a Legendary is coming up and you're super close, it may be worth buying them directly at that point, but that's assuming you have every other character done. And like I said, the Blitz Store, as long as you're blitzing every single day regularly, you're going to get all these characters done. It's just a matter of time and having patience. And then it looks like at the war star at the bottom, he's just keeping with the Sif and the purple ACs. I already gave my thoughts on that, so let's keep going. So phase 3 is going towards Phoenix and Black Bolt. Trust me, you want Phoenix and Black Bolt as soon as you can get there. So one of the biggest problems I have at his phase 3 is he has Colossus in the heroes and Hela in the villains. One, I'm not going to disagree with Hela at all. I think as soon as you can get to Hela, start farming Hela. Where I start running the problem is that he has this ranked very low and seems like it's easy to get to, but these are not too easy characters to unlock. Those nodes are difficult. So this is where I'm like, you may have to skip these two for the time being, because they're not going to be easy to unlock. Hela, I do have a video on my playlist with teams that I use to get through Hela. Mainly, you're going to need some luck with Mega Orbs and Premium Orbs to get Hela unlocked. Just to get her unlocked, put it that way. And that's a tough pill to swallow right there. I understand what he was going for, and by all means, if you can get there that soon, great. I'm happy for you. Do it. But yeah, it's not as simple as, oh, okay, got Yondu done, got my Nobu done, go Hela. And actually, I'll tell you right now, if you get to Hela before you have Nobu completely done, go straight Hela. You can go back to Nobu later. Go Hela. You won't regret investing resources into Hela, at least in today's game. Colossus, understand that one. He can be used to unlock Magneto, and he pairs with Phoenix well, so it's a double-edged sword. Not only that, if you unlock Phoenix first, she can be used to unlock Magneto, and she might be able to solo the Magneto campaign since it's some of the older legendary event in the game. So I am liking the order that he definitely plays out here. All right, and then in the Nexus Cosmic Mystic campaign, he has Loki and Miss Marvel. Another one, Loki's not going to be easy to get to. He's going to be tough to get to. All right, and then to help you guys with the Mystic campaign, because this is one thing that I struggled with for a long time, I was able to do it with Supernatural with very minimum invested in Supernatural to get to the Loki node and unlock him. Most of the Asgardians that weren't available back then have the Mystic tag, all of them but Sif. There's a good chance they could perform better than Supernatural. I don't know for sure, and as far as I know, there's no test footage out there to show that they do it. Less resources invested in them than Supernatural. So Supernatural's one that I know for a fact I would recommend trying to go and unlock Loki, as they can handle the Mystic campaign much better than any other combination of Mystic characters that I'm aware of. Arena Store, he's making the shift to Heimdall and Mordo. Once again, these are the correct characters to start farming to unlock these legendaries, so can't really say much about it. Raid, he's going after Thor, which is fine, except if you want to purchase directly or just keep it open nodes. Blitz Store, he has Spider-Man. I think he's more recommending that for the block party event than anything else. I don't really see a full reason to go after Spider-Man. It'd be different if Symbiote Spider-Man was farmable out there. And War Sword is still Sif, and I think phase 4 is where things are going to start to change. The next phase is Ebony Maw. Can't disagree with going after Ebony Maw. Like I said, Black Bolt, Phoenix, Ebony Maw, 3 that you definitely want. Once again, Colossus if you're there. This is where he says go after Mystique for villains. I guess this is for the Magneto unlock. It's not bad to get that character for Magneto. Let's actually take a look at the villains campaign real quick, make sure I'm not missing nobody. To save some time, I went through and looked at it. I'm not going to include the footage, but yeah, there's not much available in the villains campaign, so going after Mystique for Magneto is not a bad choice if you have to farm somebody out of the villains nodes. Not a bad one to choose. Next is Cosmic Mystic. He's throwing in Karnak, Okoye, and Psylocke. I guess Psylocke's for Magneto. Going after Okoye for the Chaos Theory, and then Karnak to get that Ebony Maw. Arena Store, it's odd seeing Quake here, but he's absolutely right. You need Quake for Ebony Maw. You're not going to get Yo-Yo to get Ebony Maw unless you're going to spend for Yo-Yo. You have to spend a lot for Yo-Yo. And Crystal, definitely two you want to get for Ebony Maw. And they said Raid Store and Blitz Store. I'm not going to really cover them, but you can see who he has placed here. I still don't quite understand what he's going for there, but hey. This is where he has Pyro. I'm guessing Pyro, Mystique, Psylocke, Colossus, and Phoenix is his 5 to get Magneto. Not bad if you're just going for the Magneto unlock. It's not bad. Magneto doesn't necessarily need the Brotherhood to be good, but they do make him absolutely much better. Now phase 5 to Magneto. Now this is where he's going to start kicking in the Kree minions to unlock Fury. Now Fury is one, I think at this point in the game, if you're going to skip any legendary, Nick Fury's the one to skip. Just like Star-Lord, power creep is starting to pass him by. So continue with Mystique as the villain. I'm not sure why Science Supreme and why Thanos at this point. They're not really needed for a legendary, so I don't know why they're thrown in there. Storm If you need more characters for Magneto, but it looks like maybe he's going towards building an actual X-Men team. Once again, if you have your 5 characters you need, he doesn't have Wolverine in here, which Wolverine is a character that can unlock Magneto. So it looks like he's going a little above and beyond what is actually necessary to get Magneto unlocked. If you're just focusing on unlocking legendaries, some of these characters in the X-Men are not, X-Men and Brotherhood combo is not needed. Like here in the arena store, he says start going for Juggernaut, and Juggernaut is to be teamed up with Magneto. But once again, not really needed for a legendary at this point because he's already got his 5 mutants. M'Baku for the arena store, once again for that Chaos Theory event. Like I said, I cannot disagree with going after Chaos Theory. I'll say it as much as I have to until everyone understands my point, my stance on it. You can see his Raid Store and Blitz Store predictions. All right, so this is the one war character I need to talk about, is Mr. Sinister. So this is more here because of how great of a character he is. Now, if you are free to play and for some reason, not for some reason, but if you feel like you want to place great in arena and maybe put the legendary farm on a little bit of a back order, there is an argument to be made that you could go right after Mr. Sinister with your war credits in the beginning of the game. You're going to get lots of them and you're not really going to spend them on gear, so you're going to be able to use them on the character you want. If you spend your credits on Mr. Sinister, you are probably going to be able to build yourself one heck of a arena team. And the reason why I say that is because even if you fail to unlock legendaries and fail to unlock Ultron, Mr. Sinister is going to be able to clone one of those legendaries for you and you can use them. And if you invest your promotion credits into Mr. Sinister, whatever character you clone gets your exact same star. So if you have a 7 gold, 5 red Mr. Sinister or a 6 red Mr. Sinister, your clone is getting that too. And it's going to make you viable in arena. I'm not saying it's going to get you to number 1, but it'll make you viable in arena a lot sooner than without him, put it that way, as a free-to-play player. Spending kind of works the same way, but it just depends on what kind of arena shard you're in, how many people are actually spending. I mean, he's just that good of a character, and right now he has no direct counter in the game. So that's my thoughts on Mr. Sinister. What you guys want to do with it? The reason why I have not leveled my Sinister up is because I'm already so late in the game that actually going back and doing that just delays my progress when I'm already replacing in the top 50 of arena currently. And actually, let me show that data because sometimes I have to show you guys where I'm at for people to actually buy into my what I tell you guys, basically. All right, so in my arena, I'm currently ranked 41. This is the offensive team that I use. I don't know if it's the best, but yeah, 41. If you check rankings, let's find me first. I'm there with 3.8 million. The guy after me has 4.7. Uh, 43. 5.5. So you guys can see with my low CP, not spending as a free player, I'm able to compete with these larger accounts. All right, let's check out the guy that's in front of me. 4.9. So you guys can see I'm the small guy in this mixture. So you guys can see when I talk to you guys about this stuff, it's literally my experience that is and the things that I have found successful when I talk to you guys about it. So when I tell you guys as a free-to-play player that you can probably get up in the mix in arena a lot faster, because it took me a long time to get where I'm at in arena, right? You're so far behind as a free-to-play player in this game. And I don't want to go too long of a tangent here, so I'm going to try to make it as short as possible. Probably spent over a year outside the top 500 or close to a year outside the top 500. And I found as soon as I kicked defenders to the curb, I started moving up. I was in like the top 250 for a long time. Other legendary characters, my red star situation improved. I moved up and up and up until I was able to get close to that 100. And then I was able to break that 100 and down to where I am today. I've been playing the game for, it's been less than 600 days so far. We're getting there. I think within I'm thinking like 30 days off or something like that. So you can see it took a long time for me to get where I am. Sinister will cut time off of you guys until he is a counter. And that's why I could make an argument if you are a newer player just beginning this game, why Sinister should be your first farm. They say he doesn't unlock any legendaries, but he's a pretty strong character to go with. And then his last phase is Nick Fury. Switching to shield medic here, you can do if you want, or keep farming another hero. Like you have to farm a hero and a villain every single day. The America Chavez, I don't know what he's going for there. Not really needed for any character unlocked. I'm guessing he's just throwing a character out there because you need to farm somebody from the villains if you want to keep getting your daily objectives done. Next is Cosmic Mystic. He has the Krees and more shield characters to go with Nick Fury. The Arena Store, this is what I'm saying. Do not use your arena credits for security. Security is in the Heroes campaign. So if you run out of characters to farm in Heroes, you can farm security in Heroes. I don't think you really need to spend your arena credits on unless you have literally maxed out every single one of those characters before him. There's his Raid and Blitz characters, and he's ended it with Mr. Sinister. So that was his farming guide. Like I said, now I wanted to put in my 2 cents as a free-to-play player, someone who has experienced this game as a free-to-play player, as where I think he did great things, including the Chaos Theory, putting Nick Fury at the end I think was great, but there were just a few things that I think needed a comment from a free-to-play person. That was the main objective of this video. So hopefully you guys found this helpful. If you're someone who's newer to the game and really needed a second opinion on this, I'm more than happy to give it. You guys can always ask me questions in my Discord. The link to that is in the description down below. But that's where I'm going to leave it, guys. So if you guys want to do me a huge favor, hit that like button for me. If you're new here or have not done so already, hit that subscribe button. And if you do not want to miss videos like this one, don't forget that notification bell. And with all that said, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.